Back here with Chris Broussard. Welcome, Chris. We're talking Blazers-Lakers Game 1 last night. Oh, no need to adjust your clocks at home. It was, in fact, Dame time. Damian Lillard continuing his bubble hot streak with a game-high 34 points. Blazers get the upset win. 193 was your final. Nick, it's only one game, but is it time for you to possibly, maybe, kind of admit that you're just a little bit nervous here?
Jenna, I will admit I'm nervous if and when I become nervous. If the Lakers lose game 2, I'll be a little nervous. You won't have to get me to admit it. I'll tell you. They're not going to lose game 2. And I'll tell you the circumstances under which I would have been nervous this morning. If the Lakers had played really well offensively and the Blazers dropped 135 on them, and it looked like the Lakers defense, because Avery Bradley's not there, because they're still figuring out their rotations, just could not guard Portland, that would have made me a little anxious. Instead, after allowing 35 first-quarter points, the Lakers held the high-scoring Blazers offense to 21 or 22 points in each additional quarter. The other thing that could have made me nervous,
like the All-Star game,
would have been the other thing that could have made me nervous would have been if LeBron would have come out and looked like he looked in the seeding games. If it would have actually looked like, you know what, the 4-month quarantine took his mojo or messed with his body clock, something. Instead, LeBron came out and put up the first 20, 15, and 15 in the history of the NBA playoffs and could have had 25 damn assists if the team was hitting shots. The Lakers lost last night because they had the second worst three-point shooting night, not for them, not in the season this year, in the history of the NBA playoffs. You're going to lose that game, and they damn near won it anyway. So no, I'm not nervous, Broussard. I'm not nervous about this series. I'm not nervous about the Lakers long term. Doesn't mean they don't need to tweak some things, and I might change the starting lineup, but I would have changed the starting lineup before the seeding games began. So, but no, I'll admit when I'm nervous, and I'm not nervous yet.
I'm going to ask you again anyway.
Look, like many young analysts, Nick thinks with his heart instead of his head. So the Lakers could be down 3-0, and he will swear that a comeback is in the making. I don't even buy it. I'm not buying this. If they lose the next game, he'll be nervous. He will get on this show and say, look, they've got LeBron, they've got AD. LeBron's been back from 3-1 in the finals.
Are you nervous, Broussard? Are you nervous? Are you nervous about the Lakers winning? Are you nervous?
It's actually kind of cute the way Nick thinks. No.
Are you nervous?
I do believe, I agree with Nick that the Lakers will come back and win
so
this
with you
series.
at your head. I'm
thinking long term, Nick. You should be nervous about the future, like the second round, maybe. But certainly the conference finals. That's for another day. That's for another day. Here's the problem that the Lakers have, and I do believe Wiles is going to toot his own horn today. Go ahead and toot, because the Lakers will still win this series. But here is their problem. Nick, you're right. They actually played good defense. I was impressed with their defense. I know Portland, you can say they didn't shoot it well, but I give the Lakers credit for some of that. The problem is the Lakers cannot shoot the basketball in what has become a shooter's league. They can't. You're right. Yet last night was worse than ever, but they still don't shoot it well. They're last in the bubble in three-point shooting, and they weren't good going into the bubble. Up through March, they were at the bottom of the league, 23rd in three-point shooting. And so even their two superstars, LeBron and AD, are not great shooters. They're good shooters. They're streaky shooters. They're not great shooters. That is a major problem for the Lakers. And look, they scored 93 points against Portland. That's 30 points fewer than the Blazers gave up in the bubble. They shot 35% against Portland. Portland was last in the bubble in opponents' field goal percentage. The Lakers can't shoot, and I don't know. I mean, Byron Scott's not walking through that door.
That's part of it. Guys, you can't emphatically say what you did wrong and make it right. It's like you come home, it's like the only reason that I threw up all over the living room floor is because I went to the bar and I drank 30 beers. I drank 30 beers, and that's why I threw up. There's nothing to worry about. If I didn't drink 30 beers, I wouldn't have thrown up. Thus, I won't drink 30 beers tomorrow, and I won't throw up. I'm like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess I'll clean up the mess that the Lakers made. So that's my throw-up analogy, if you tuned in for that this morning. Congratulations. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. Broussard.
You deserve to toot. You deserve to toot. Go ahead. You deserve
A little bit. Yeah. Remember how I had 5 reasons that the Lakers might be upset? I upgraded it earlier in the show. We'll move on. No home court advantage. We already know all that. The Wolf, they're not a real 8 seed. We know that Dame had his 5th straight 30-point game. Yep. Melo's still clutch. It's down in the lower. And he's playing defense on his buddy LeBron and did a pretty good job. JR's not getting any run. We all like JR in the show. Danny Green's out there bricking. Put JR in. Let him shoot. They're still cold. Nick doesn't seem to care. Whiteside's got 5 blocks. And Gabriel's starting. I was so nervous of who's going to guard AD. Boom, Gabriel guarded AD, and Anthony Davis was 1 for 10 from the field. And this is my favorite one, Broussard, because all you did was yell at me about how they didn't play defense. January 7th, that a Blazers opponent didn't score 100 points. 30-set Lakers offense in roughly. I would edit that. I know Anthony Slater's a Lakers guy. I would say Blazers defense looking fantastic. Nick or Broussard, go ahead. Either one of you can take it. I'm feeling great today.
I'm going to take it.
It was
I'm going to take
look,
it.
The defense, because they protected the rim.
Hold on.
But that's it. Was that great defense? Is that great defense?
Go ahead, Nick.
I cannot believe that this is that what we have on the bottom line is being phrased like I am somehow intellectually dishonest with the audience. When I work, Jenna, I'm not including you in this, with these two, and I say this with all due respect,
here we go,
frauds and charlatans. Broussard is out here saying his pick, which before this series was mine, the same as mine, and is still the same as mine, comes from his head, but mine comes from my heart. Even though we have agreed on this series the whole way, including this morning. Wilds, meanwhile, Broussard is like, no, this is for you, Kevin. And I don't ever use your first name, but I imagine that's what your mom used when you were in trouble, which is that you're acting like you picked the Blazers. You haven't. You still, even this morning,
he might
pick the Blazers.
He could.
Coming up later in the show.
He could. He might. There's a chance.
The Blazers.
Later in the show. It's called a tease, Nick. It's a basic element of television. Okay. It's called a tease.
Yeah, all right, great. We'll see. I'm very curious to see what's in that empty box. But if you, listen, if the Lakers, Broussard, shoot 5 for 30 from 3 in each game the rest of the series, they'll lose the series. If the Lakers don't break 100 points in each game the rest of the series, they'll lose the series. A prediction is they will score at least 100 in every game the rest of the way, and this will be their worst 3-point shooting night of the series. So, to me, and we can't gloss over it, the most important thing, Broussard, from last night was you immediately saw, oh, okay, so LeBron's going to be playoff LeBron. You immediately saw that he's going to be able to play 40-plus minutes and control every aspect of the game the way he wants to. And so that is the key for the Lakers beating the Blazers and beating anybody. And you saw that last night, Broussard.